Coach, good to have you on, sir. Coach, can you hear me? Coach, can you hear me? Coach, can you hear me now? We're still trying to get Coach on. Hopefully. Let's take a break while we try to get the Coach on. You're listening to the Batchelor News radio show.
Dermarest, the psoriasis solution, asks,
what's complete freedom? For me, it's an open road with the top down. It's my bare arms getting warmed by the sun. It's my bare arms without a trace of psoriasis.
Complete freedom, brought to you by the complete relief of Dermarest psoriasis. Unlike brands which only relieve itching and inflammation, Dermarest psoriasis also removes the embarrassing scales, allowing healthy skin to grow.
Healthy skin? That's complete freedom.
Dermarest, the psoriasis solution.
You know, before Boost, our phone bill was obscene. So we switched to Boost and got lines for the whole family with unlimited gigs for a much more family-friendly price. It's nice to have a phone bill that doesn't require parental controls.
Your family deserves better. Get 4 lines for only $25 per line, each with unlimited gigs. Plus, get up to 4 free Samsung J7 perks with 6 months of Hulu, where you can stream all the shows everyone is talking about. All on the super reliable and super fast nationwide network. Boost makes it easy to switch. Switching makes it easy to save.
Welcome back to the show. Let's see if we can get Coach in there. Coach, can you hear me now?
Yep, I got you. How you doing?
Oh, okay. Good. Fighting a little allergy. Coach, I was saying that, another tough loss. Going to Winston, their homecoming, hostile environment, all their alum and Boost and the, barbecue and everything else. And you guys go in there and be physical and just fall a little short.
Yeah, one thing we're not going to do is take moral victories. Like you said, we came up short. We got to find a way to get better this week and take the next step. One thing we realize is a process, and you can't skip any steps. And so we have to learn how to put teams away when we have the opportunity to. And so that's the lesson learned, and we got to move forward and all eyes on Livingstone.
Coach, what was the toughest part? I mean, offensively, you guys struggled, but was it also, say, penalties and you're struggling on third down? What was the most disappointing thing?
Execution. That was the biggest thing that it turns out to, or it goes back to. A lot of day one calls that we wasn't executing, and I just reviewed a lot of the film with Antonio Camardi and just trying to figure out exactly what it is I can do better, as the head coach and defensive coordinator. And, looking back at it, it's like, man, you called a really good game and you got to execute. And so we just got to get back to the basics, to the fundamentals. That's what it comes down to. And we call them our weapons: eyes, hands, hips, and feet. And be able to execute those things at the appropriate time when the game is on the line. That is the difference. That's the key, making sure our eyes in the right spot and making sure that we know and understand our assignments.
Talking with Jody Owens, head football coach at St. Aug, and on the Bass News radio show. Coach, what did you say to your team at halftime? Again, it's 7-7, homecoming, their homecoming. And then you come out and put up 10 points in that third. But what did you say at halftime to really get you guys going in the third?
Well, the biggest thing is just finishing. We know we had them on the ropes. We had a good sense of what the game was going to come down to. We felt like we were, right at that point in time of taking that step. And so we just talked about finishing and coming out fast. And that's exactly what we did. And there's some mishaps that happened. We're at the plus 45 with a minute 30 left, and we go for it 3 other fourth downs, and we got it, and we didn't get the 4th and 1. So that was a momentum change. And I could have probably called a few things better. I would say I'm always put it on me. I could have called tighter coverage, and they ended up getting in field goal range, and then they got an explosive play, right there at the end, which set them into, at the 1 yard line. So, but what I talked to the guys about was coming out fast, and they did exactly that. That's the thing about this group, is they do exactly what I asked them to do. So I couldn't be more proud to be their coach.
Coach, let me ask you this in terms of, again, I don't want to beat a dead horse, but in the third, were you guys up, I believe 17-7, and they get that drive that makes it 17-14. I think they went on like a 9 or 10 play drive, went down the field, took about 4 minutes off. Was that the point in the game that everything sort of turned, like momentum and everything?
I wouldn't say so. I think it's the 4th down that we didn't convert on. I think that's the biggest deal. And then from there, we're trying to find some momentum and gain momentum from that point on. But we can't even let it get that far. We got to finish drives. You mentioned third downs. I think we gave up a 3rd and 19 and another 3rd and long. I mean, and it comes back to just us being able to execute. And knowing and understanding the situation.
When it's a heartbreaker like that, what's the first thing you say going into the locker room?
Well, whether you win or lose, you got to get back to work.
Right.
And so that's what we focus on, is just getting back to work and controlling what we can control, and understanding that it is a process. But it all stems from work. Got to get back to work. You go out and you have a big time game and you win, you get back to work. You go out, you have a disappointing game, you get back to work. So our focus is always on the task at hand, and don't try to, waste our energy focusing on things that we can't control.
A couple of guys stood out offensively in this game. Avante led you in rushing, and Proctor had a couple of catches. But that defense, your defense, man, I tell you, you talk about you think you called a bad defensive call. I don't think so. I mean, Hines with that was a momentum change. With the pick six. I mean, you talk about how good your defense played on the road again in this environment.
Well, those guys prepare. A guy like Ty Hines, I mean, he's always in my office trying to get the advantage and trying to learn and study. So those guys prepare. So it doesn't surprise me when they go out there and they're attacking the ball. They've been in the film room. And so, that's a testament to their hard work, to their commitment, to the game of football and to this university. They want to go out and they really want to make, St. Aug alum proud, and they're resilient, they're fighters. So I would give all those gentlemen the credit, as they continue to focus on, the task at hand. Those guys did a good job. Ty Hines, Lee Sales did a great job. Kavion Freshwater, Adam Aiken is having an unbelievable year. So we have quite a few guys that are stepping up. David Hollick is our man in the middle that holds everything down. So we have a lot of good young men that are, showing their worth. And the great thing about it is they're all underclassmen. So this is just the beginning for them.
Right. And teachable moments. It's easier to be teaching, them underclassmen. Not to say that the older ones won't, but the younger ones are like sponges. They'll absorb it real quick. What do we know moving forward, Coach, about this Livingstone College team? Again, like you said, hey, tough loss, but we got to keep going. Now you go to Salisbury to take on this Livingstone College team. What do we know about them offensively and defensively?
They're a good football team, first and foremost. They found a way to win a couple games.
Yeah.
So they know they've experienced winning. So far this year, it seems like their program is on the up. So offensively, they're gonna throw the ball around, and run their traditional runs. So they try to make it hard on you, make you tackle in space. Defensively, they want to play tight coverage on you and force you to have to beat them and win one-on-ones. They got a few big guys up front. The backers are really aggressive. So in totality, they're a good football team. And so I think in the CIAA, every week you got a team that presents a challenge, and they certainly present a challenge, and we'll be up for the challenge and up for the task. But they're well coached, and they do an excellent job at executing their schemes.
One of the things, like you said, they won a couple of games, and I know you set your own bar, and you're not looking at those things. But when you come in, as tough of a season it's been for you, you haven't won, but you come in, they won a couple of big games actually in the conference, that you see a team maybe not take you as serious when you're in the position that you are going into Livingstone? Because defensively, like you said, against Winston-Salem State, you gave them the business. And I'm not sure if they thought, they're coming in winless and we should just win. It's homecoming. If that was a part of it, and will it maybe be a part of it at Livingstone when you go there?
I'm not sure what they're thinking or how they go about preparation. We just talked to our guys about the only thing we have in common with our opponent is the amount of time to prepare. So we focus on the things that we control, and we want to earn our respect. We don't want anybody to give us anything or anything like that. We want to come in and show them that we have an idea what's going on, and we want to find a way to have one more point than they do.
Right. And I hope you understood what I was trying to say. I wasn't trying to be disrespectful. I was just saying that sometimes opponents, they just look at, especially when it comes to kids, they look at records and they think it's a cakewalk coming in, and then they get smacked in the mouth, and then it's a whole different thing. That's what I was really saying.
Absolutely. And that's human nature. It's human nature to be relaxed when you feel like you have the advantage or the upper hand. So, I hope human nature works in our favor this week.
Right. And what are the final question for you? What are the keys of getting a W in Salisbury?
To just keep the focus on us, execute, focus on the things that we can control, knowing that we will face adversity, and we have to capitalize and finish when the time presents itself. It's all about us, and we have to do the things that it takes to be successful and to be winners. And so this is the process of turning the corner, and so that's what we're trying to do. And we're focusing one day at a time, one game at a time, one meeting at a time, and trying to maximize each and every opportunity and moment that we get.
Well, Coach, listen, the best of luck this coming weekend at 4 in Salisbury, of course, and we hope if it's our wishes that you finish the season 2-0 as you get ready for Salisbury, and then of course your rival Shaw and at home. Thanks, Coach. I appreciate your time. Best of luck this weekend, sir.
Absolutely. Thank you. I appreciate your time, LA. I look forward to the next time we catch up, and that will be with wins on our record. So I'm gonna go ahead and claim it. So put it in the atmosphere.
That's right. That's right. That's what you do. I do apologize. My allergies. I look like a monster. So popped in and out. But thanks, Coach, and best of luck this weekend.
All right. Thank you. Have a good one.
You too.
All righty.
Always good to have Coach Jody Owens of St. Augustine University. 4 o'clock kickoff. Well, a little bit after, of course, if you know football, college football. A little after 4 in Salisbury, North Carolina. They'll be hoping not only get their first win, but a road win after a tough road loss in Winston-Salem for the Rams homecoming, 24-17. That's it. If you want to follow us, of course, Pad Nation at Facebook, Pad Nation 2 at Twitter, Pad Nation 1 at YouTube. Please do subscribe there. Please, if you go and you watch it there, subscribe there. We're on Spotify. We're on LA Batchelor Instagram, LinkedIn. We are on Podbean. You can catch the show on Roku, Fire Stick. It's called the same show, the Batchelor News Radio Show, on Fire Stick on Big Mind Entertainment channel, and then Roku as well. You can check it out there. Anywhere you can get the podcast, you can catch the rebroadcast. And interested in advertising with us, please do hit me up at LABatchelor40 @gmail.com. Talk to you soon.